Hello. Not sure what was happening there. We're having a little bit of issues here. I'm still hearing the intro playing. Not sure what was happening there. We're having a little bit of issues here. I'm still hearing the intro playing. Not sure what was happening there. Okay. We're having a little bit of issues here. I'm still hearing the intro playing. All right, sorry about that, guys. I am here today, joined by HEX Lion. He himself is having a little bit of technical difficulties. We are having all kind of technical difficulties this afternoon, but hopefully we can get through that and we can get things going today. HEX Lion, are you there? Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
I can hear you, yes. I hope you can hear me as well. I'm now like with my mobile data with the phone here connected with the streaming platform, because unfortunately 2 minutes before we started here right now my internet went out, and I also don't have the time to check like what's going on right now. How do you guys like my new avatar picture? Give me a comment about that.
I do. I like it. You know, I love all your Hex Lion stuff that you create, especially you know, some jewelry pieces that you might be incorporating into your wardrobe in the near future. So yeah, I love all your Hex Lion stuff. So I guess this is going to be a little more awkward for me today because not only is Hex Lion missing his camera, but our guest that we have is anonymous. He does not show his face, which totally understand in the industry that we are in. This is the reason we are here today, to interview the founder of PulsePot. So I will not hold him in the back any longer. I will go ahead and welcome him to our show today. Hello.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me on your great show.
Thank you for being here with us. I appreciate your time, and I'm very interested to learn what PulsePot is all about. And I'm happy that you're here to explain it to us.
Yeah, also from my side, hello, and nice that you are here on the channel. I do the same thing like you today. I don't show my face now. It's just because of my internet issues. I don't know what's wrong here. And yeah, I mean, let's start and let's get right into it. Usually on our channel, we ask the people some introduction questions like when did you get into crypto, and when did you have your first experience with Hex?
Okay, I got into crypto back in 2012. I was mining BTC, like I think 6 or 7 BTC a night. And I figured out that my expenses to my power bill was actually larger than the worth of the bitcoins I was mining. They cost like 5 cents. So unfortunate for me, I just stopped it and sent them all away just to test the network. So that was my introduction to crypto. Back then there was only BTC and nothing else. So fast forward 5-6 years to around 16, 17, I was exposed to Richard Hart on his YouTube channel, and I was starting slowly to follow the Ethereum development and the entire startup of the smart contracts. And I actually saw this clip of Richard Hart where he had a controversy with fake Satoshi Craig Wright. And that got me kind of hooked on Richard Hart, because I liked that he would be honest and say his opinion and be critically thinking. And that was just something that I thought was interesting. So a couple of years later, Richard, he comes out with this HEX token. And just because I followed him, I threw some money at it. And to this day, I think I've held all of the Hex I bought through the adoption amplifier. So that's
Nice.
basically my introduction
Awesome.
to
Cool.
crypto.
And I mean, one more question for this introduction is, what is your favorite part of the Hex game series?
About what?
Of the Hex game series?
I think my favorite part is most likely that it is unique product. Like I really do like unique products where you don't really have any competitors, and you come up with innovative technology that can appeal to a new segment. And that was mainly what caught me. But also because I knew that Richard Hart is a different kind of founder, and I think we have all seen that he is truly a different kind of founder, right?
Yes.
I knew he would be a kind of a spice on the current market, and compare that with the fact that he actually did create something truly unique just really turned me on regarding the project.
Yeah. So I'm wanting to dive into PulsePot, and I'm wondering if we should go directly to your website, or if maybe you want to do like a short elevator pitch first, and then we
Yes,
go a little deeper.
I can do a short elevator pitch for sure. So I've been developing software for 15 years professionally now, um, and I knew that crypto was my call, and I wanted to contribute with my developing power in crypto, because I'm really passionate about the entire financial revolution and what crypto actually stands for. Much more than actually the financial part of earning money from having a good investment. Like I really truly believe in it on a long term basis. And when Richard he announced that he wanted to do a layer one product, then I immediately knew that was a lot of opportunity for a developer such as me to help build on the chain and do something good for it to help us all basically in the ecosystem, in the Richard Hart ecosystem. So I decided that I wanted to build a adoption tool, and I kind of went into research mode, and I wanted to figure out how can I best how can I best possibly adopt people from Ethereum that didn't sacrifice, people who are not a part of Richard Hart's ecosystem already. How could I offer them a platform that was interesting enough that they would actually go into the MetaMask and switch the network? So what I came up with was something that does not exist in crypto until now. So 100% unique innovation, and it utilizes gambling, which is obviously for good or for bad reasons a very popular thing among humans. So just in the United States, we have like $300 billion of gambling volume just last year. So I realized that if I could provide 100% trustless way of anyone of the 70 million Ethereum wallets which are getting airdrop free tokens, if I could provide 100% safe way of them to utilize those tokens and give them a real opportunity to win real value, then I think I gave someone who's not in the ecosystem already the best possible sales pitch to come and try out Poolstone. So when they come here to try the product I developed, they will now experience what 3 second block time means and what non-existing gas fees means. Because while interacting with the dApp I developed, they will realize the powers of Poolstone, which is you can do actions without paying $20 every time you do anything, right? Or even more. So step one is to provide a product that is interesting enough for them to actually come and try it. And then level number two is to showing them that it is actually better than what they came from. And that's exactly why I birthed PulsePot.
Okay, so what is its actual utility? How does it work?
Well, the utility is that it is a casino. It's a casino and sports betting, and we are making disruptive technology where we offer casino games and sports betting in 100% decentralized manner. This means that you are no censorship. Like currently, I think 60 countries cannot engage in any type of games. With PulsePod, everyone in the world with an Ethereum wallet can engage in games, so there's no censorship. We have better fee structure because we are not a house. You never gamble against PulsePod. We only provide a decentralized service and take a 3% service fee, which is, by the way, a better edge or fee than any house will be able to provide you. Other than that, it is 100% secure and trustless. And when you win, you actually are guaranteed on chain to get your winnings transferred immediately. So instead of having these centralized gambling services where you have to deposit and withdraw and hope they don't run away with your funds and hope that they suddenly don't freeze your account because some sort of ID issue or they don't go bankrupt because you won too much money or whatever, now you have actually a product that is just a mathematical operation hosted in a smart contract, and it doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how much money you won. It will always honor the mathematics. So we are basically removing all of the bad things from gambling and we are securing them in a completely new and innovative way. So in my mind, the short-term goal for PulsePot is adopting people into PulseChain. The long-term goal is building the world's largest casino.
Hmm.
All right, that's definitely really interesting. So one question what comes to my mind immediately is like because you say 100% decentralized, how do you solve the problem like of getting the real result of a bet? No, you also need to have something like an oracle, right?
Yes, that is true. We have to, every 5 minutes, we update the prices from PulseX on every token so we know the values of each submission into the games. So you could say that is Chainlink decentralized or not? If you ask Chainlink themselves, they will tell you it's absolutely decentralized and they have 50 different nodes providing the price at all times on a certain token. But
Mm-hmm.
I know as well as you probably know as a developer that introducing third-party Oracle data will always be your weakest link. Like, for instance, Hex is not dependent on anything. It's just an internal math operation, and I personally
Mm-hmm.
believe it will never fail. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, the fact that we need pricing for this to work is our weakest point. That is true.
Yeah, but, do you only need like the pricing, or do you don't also need like the results? Like, where do you get like the actual bet results from?
Yes, the bet results is also that's depends on what game you play. We have different smart contracts based on the games. So, for instance, the
Mm-hmm.
pot is just a mathematical operation, but the sports betting is obviously also from the Oracle. So we both get the prices and the results, and also the schedule for different games you select from the Oracle. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this oracle, you build it yourself as well, or are you going with? Uh, I don't know much about this thing, like about the oracle and how that works in the technical
Yeah.
aspect.
Chainlink provides sports data, so we are using those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously this we hope that PulseChain will be a success. I think we all hope that, and naturally these big projects such as Chainlink will over time adopt PulseChain and they will start providing the services because they see that there's a business opportunity there. So we are some of the functionality we are doing, especially with the latest edition of sports betting, we will be dependent on some sort of Oracle service. But that's also why that the pot game, the jackpot game, is actually our game number one, because that we are not dependent on any Oracle except the PulseX prices. So that's a USD evaluation. That is the only thing we're dependent on. And since PulseX is already a done product and they fork the info part of PulseX as well, we will be able to
Mm-hmm.
query the prices of all liquidity pairs every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Explain a little bit like how the pot lottery will work.
Yes, so basically it is quite simple that two unique wallets enter a pot and then a 5 minute countdown will start. You can submit any type of crypto you want, and we will give that a USD evaluation. So if you put in $50 and someone else puts in $50, well then you have an equal chance of winning the $100.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what happens is that you do not know the future. So if you put that in the first minute, and there's 5 minutes until the draw, someone with 10 seconds left can come and put $1,000 in, and then your 50% just got reduced to a few percentages instead, because now you only have, let's say, 5% of the total pot. But
Mm-hmm.
there's so you can say that, would you rather have a big upside in winning $1,000 with $50, or would you rather win $100 with a 50% chance? So that's the variable of the jackpot, that you actually don't know how much you will be end up winning, and you have no idea how much of the chance you have of winning it. But you could put in theory, you can put in $1 and you can win $1 million. Obviously, your chance will be small, but that can happen.
I mean, that sounds just like the standard lottery that we all have in our, cities. It's just existing on the blockchain, is what you're saying?
Yes, except that the standard lottery has a return to player percentage of roughly 60. That means for everyone that buys
Mhm.
for $100 worth, they pay back 60. Here, the worst you're ever gonna get is 97% back. So
Okay.
so that is significantly better from
Mhm.
the player's point of view, and
Mhm.
also that this is wallet to wallet and it is on-chain decentralized, so we have no way of stopping this. We have no way of manipulating it. It is mathematical operation that is running on the currently it will run on the post chain, and
Hmm.
we are expanding into all chains possible. But it is a product where you are guaranteed to instantaneously get your tokens transferred to your account in your MetaMask or whatever wallet you use few seconds after the draw has been completed.
Mhm.
And did I understand that correctly, that you're just like providing the whole infrastructure, so you don't come out with another token which you can also stake or something like that?
We do have a token associated with this because
Okay.
what we wanted to do is we wanted to create 1 million shares of this casino. This means that we have a token called PLSP with 1 million token max supply, and that's what we are currently selling in the sacrifice phase. We have sold, I think, approximately $1.7 million of it so far, so we are the fifth largest project on Postchain currently, and we have sold roughly 58%, I think, just off from top of my head, of the tokens in total. And what
Mm-hmm.
this will do is that, if you remember, I said that you have a 97% RTP. That means the last 3% we use to pay back to the owners of the casino. So
Mhm.
basically, if you buy this token and hold it in your wallet, you will continuously receive payment from the system because you are actually a part owner of it. So all profits that the casino will ever generate will get sent back to the owners.
So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, like tokenized equity in the company or in the casino.
Yes, that is a very good comparison. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I have a
My
question.
next, go ahead then.
Yeah, my question is more based on the casino aspect. You had mentioned that you are not the house, like PulsePot is not the house. So when it comes to like sports betting, how are odds determined? Are you betting against peer to peer? Is that what's happening?
Yes, everything we develop is in the spirit of peer-to-peer decentralized betting, where we only provide a service that create a trustless environment for two people or more to match their wallets up against each other. So in the sports betting area, what we're doing is that you will actually select a game from the Oracle, then you would define the max amount you want the wager to be, and then you would fill up that contract with, on one side, with an amount of money. And let's say you define $1,000 wager and you send in $500. That means that you need a taker of the same bet, basically betting on the opposite side of your selection. So if you believe team A wants to win, you need to find a match that someone wants to believe that team B is going to win. And when the second person that enters this bet, he will send, or he or she will send in the value to match whatever odds you created in the creation of the bet, and then it will log itself and wait for the result from the oracle. And when that arrives, it will pay out the total part to whoever was the winner. So again, we are just providing a service, and everything is player versus player.
So the player is determining the odds of the bet.
Absolutely. If you set a total wager value of $1,000, but you only send in, let's say, $200, then
Hmm.
that means that you believe you're the underdog and you want
Right.
someone else to put in 800.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this enables you to become the bookie yourself in a
Mhm.
decentralized world, and this is completely disruptive technology. This has never been done before,
Mhm.
and we are very close to releasing this in a prototype where people can play around with it on testnet. So I think the next 14 days will be very interesting for us. Because sports betting is obviously a massive market and it has a lot of interest from a lot of areas, and we are doing a lot of great development at the moment to realize this product. But I truly believe that it is more than doable, and I think that going into the future, this it makes more sense, because when you bet on a regular centralized bookie, you always have the odds against you. So almost no matter what the outcome is, the house will win. But here, it's just the service fee paid back to the owners of the casino, the token holders.
Yeah. Hexline, did you want to ask your question now?
Hello?
I can hear you.
Ah, shit. No, I have problems here as well. Right?
I guess he can't hear us. Maybe his headphone has gone out. I'm going to go over to the chat because there were a couple questions
But
here.
you can hear me. You can hear me, can you? Ah, okay. All right. Okay. I thought it's like on my side. Okay.
No, we hear you.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what the chat has to say.
All right. There was one. Here we go. It wants to address regulations in Europe, for example. Are there legal implications in participating in something like this?
Well, the beautiful part of crypto is that nobody can stop it, right? And I think this is such a new and innovative approach to gambling that nobody really knows. It is such a gray zone that there's probably not even anyone who even considered how they're going to regulate this. Because let's say I went out and made some corporation on some British Virgin Islands or Curacao, where all of these gambling agencies or gambling corporations normally register, and I acquired a gambling license. That would be very easy for me to do. But if that gambling license was revoked, it would mean nothing. Like, the system would continue on forever no matter what. I cannot even stop it myself. So why would I want any type of license, or why would I care about any type of regulation? Because the fact is, when I deploy this, it will never stop. It will work forever. So it is it's strange to for me, and that's also why I do not show my face, because then that would be the weakest point, basically. And the reason why I do not show my face is because I want to protect the domain and the front end, and because that is the biggest attack surface they can do. Obviously, if the front end and the domain gets shut down, then I can populate it easily on any other host. But the contract will work forever, and the wallets can interact with that just the same way as Hex. If Hex went down tomorrow, doesn't mean that you wouldn't be able to stake and unstake through third-party applications. So it's kind of the same. But regulation is not something that I'm worried about currently. And maybe some lawyer will change my mind as we grow, and maybe the volume will become so massive that we have to do something about it. But currently, it is not something that I'm considering in depth.
Yeah.
All right. I like the answer. So my next question would be like a little bit about marketing, because generally speaking, if you just provide the decentralized marketplace or gambling place, still nobody knows about it.
Well, we have roughly 1,200 wallets who sacrifice for it, and I think in a short period of time we have been able to reach out to quite a significant following, and that's without spending a single dollar. We have a war chest currently of $1.7 million sacrificed. So, as you know, in our ecosystem, we say no expectations from the work of others, and this specific questions falls under that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I guess our viewers understood what you mean with that. Caitlin, do you have any more questions? I am thinking right now.
Sure. Do we want to go ahead and take a look at the website?
Yes, surely, go ahead.
All right.
To what kind of people are you thinking to market it to? Just like crypto enthusiasts, or pulse chain sacrificers, or
Well,
Ethereum guys?
I think that, imagine you didn't know about Postchain, but you had a bunch of tokens on Ethereum, and now suddenly you were airdropped all of these free or play money or free tokens or fake tokens, or however you would look at it. I think that mouth to mouth would be a pretty powerful scenario here, because someone would love to tell you that you can go here and basically have fun with your free airdrop, and you could
Mm-hmm.
potentially turn it in to a lot of value for yourself that you could bridge back to ETH if that's what you want to. But hopefully what we would like to happen is that you realize how great Poolstone is, and then you stay, and we have converted a user, right, that is not already a sacrifice or someone who participates in the ecosystem. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that we do have something called the participation phase, where we put up 100,000 PLSP tokens to basically motivate initial. Um, it's kind of a marketing where we motivate initial traffic to bet, because we are basically matching all bets with a token value. But that will only go on for 100,000 tokens in total, and then that will stop. And after that, I think just complete organic psychology will take over, where why do people why is there so much volume in gamble? Why do we have 50 casinos in Las Vegas? Why do we have hundreds of casinos online? Obviously because there is some sort of demand for it. And if we are unique and we are the first to run in the cryptosphere, I think that in itself will be a great selling point.
I agree. Do you want to just talk us through? I see that this is the lottery that you talked
Yeah,
about. The clock just expired, so I'm guessing a winner is about to be selected. But do you want to talk
exactly.
us through some of the key features of the website?
Yes, absolutely. So you can see on the left side, you have the activity list where you can see what wallet is entering what kind of token and to what USD evaluation. And basically that is building up the pot. So currently the pot we have now, only one person entered, so you can see their color takes up 100% of the circle. They put in $42 worth of PLSX, so you can see under the wheel what kind of token has been inputted to the pot. So when the second person enters, the clock will start to count down, because when you have two unique wallets, basically the pot will start. And from that point until the zero mark, an infinite amount of wallets can enter with an infinite amount of value. So you might see 3 people, you might see 100 people, you might see $50, you might see $1,000,000. Nobody truly knows. Um, on the left side as well, if you scroll a little bit up, you can see that when the winner was announced, there is posted a winner's notice. You can scroll in the activity list itself on the bottom left.
Oh, once you said go down.
To the left, there's this activity list of wallets. Here, scroll a little bit up. Yes, here you can see the winner notice, and it says what kind of wallet won how much value with what kind of chance, and you can click on the transaction link, and what that will show is actually it's a link to the on-chain event where the winner received their funds. So in this case, they want Liquid Loan stablecoin, they want HEX, and they want Maxi, um, and you can see that someone just put in $5,389 worth of PLS, it seems like. If you can just refresh the page, I think the countdown should be running. Yeah. So now you see that we have five entries into the pot with 5 different wallets, and someone decided to put in 5,200, and that specific person probably has 98% chance to win, because they put in, relatively that much value.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case here, in 3.5 minutes, or in 3 minutes and 50 seconds, someone could put in $10,000, and suddenly this guy who put in the 5 will actually be the majority chance of winning. So um, it is like the pot size is a variable, and it develops over time until the final countdown is arrived. And we will whitelist approximately 50 to 100 tokens, so you can send in a lot of different tokens. As you can see, someone put in USDL, PLS, PLSX, PLSP, and we will have Shiba Inu, and we will have all these type of PRC20 tokens that you can input into this pot. And then you would, if you win, you get them sent immediately back to your wallet. On the right hand side, you are able to connect your wallet, and that's basically how you send in. You have an easy way of sending in funds to the pot. But if you are if you are a type that does not feel comfortable about connecting your wallet to different sites, which is fully understandable and which is a lot of people are, you can use the manual transaction tab. If you click on that on the right, yes, and here you will be able to, with your wallet, either scan the QR or simply just copy the address. And here you will just make a completely regular send transaction to that address, and that will also enter the pot. So you can actually play this game without ever being connected to the dApp in any way. So it is 100% secure and you have nothing to worry about. You can just have the screen open on your PC, and you can have your wallet on your mobile phone, and you can just sit here and send and receive to the from the pot. Other than that, we have a section with some information about the tokenomics, the rules, and what tokens that are whitelisted, and also some information about our own token, PLSP. So this product here is 100% unique. It is built from the ground up. It does not exist anywhere else. Unfortunately, most projects currently on Poolstone, they are forked. So it means that they copied something that someone else made and they slapped a new logo on. For instance, Liquid Loans is a one-to-one fork of Liquidity. PulseX is a fork of Uniswap and PancakeSwap, and so on, and the list goes on. So like they either fork a meme coin, SafeMoon with tags, or fork some other project. This we built here is built from the ground up and does not exist anywhere else. We built this specifically for Poolstone to adopt non-sacrifices so we can expand the ecosystem in a rapid manner.
Interesting thing. It's cool.
So I went ahead and clicked on the sacrifice link. That is currently still going on. You want to fill us in
Yes.
on those details?
Yes, so we are running the sacrifice until the Poolstone launch or until 1 million tokens have been sold, have been sacrificed for. So currently, if you scroll a little bit down, you can see the progress. Yes, so currently 58.35% of the total supply has been sacrificed for, which means that we have roughly 40% left. We are currently in the most expensive rate. We started at $5 per PLSP token. Now we are at 9.8. But if we have this volume bonus where if you sacrifice more than $5,000, we will honor the best $5 rate. And we have a fixed clause in the contract that each PLSP token will have a minimum value of $30 on day one. So you can also enter all of our games with this token. And it will always contain a minimum $30 value. So imagine you buy it now for $5. Well, when this launches, you are guaranteed to have a minimum value of 30. So that's a 500% gain straight off the bat. And that is per chain, because this is going multi-chain. We are targeting at least 5 chains to deploy on. And when you sacrifice for PulsePot here, you will get a copy of that on all chains we deploy on. So that means that if you put in $5,000, for instance, you get 1,000 PLSP. That will immediately be worth $30,000 on day one, and you will have $30,000 of betting power on all chains we deploy on in the future. So that is a part of our tokenomics where the value of the token in our games cannot go under $30.
Right. So, and even if you're doing under the 5,000 and you're paying the 9.8, then it's still guaranteed to be worth 30. So you're still coming up, right?
Exactly. You will have a fine gain there as well. And the 30 is not the max either. Like I expect, well, it's obviously pretty subjective when I founded it, but I suspect this to rise way above 30, and we constructed this in a way where the PLSP token will only have a floor of $30. If the price goes above 30 on PulseX, we will follow the price upwards. But if the price goes to, let's say, $15 on PulseX, it will just stay at a fixed 30. But that also means that someone can go into the market, buy it for 15, and come to the casino and play it for 30. Basically, in other words, you could go to Las Vegas, you could go to the desk and put $100, and they would give you $200 of chips to play with, right? So that's also why we constructed this in a way where if the price falls under 30, players will immediately come and buy it up to 30 again because they have this instant arbitrage opportunity in betting power, basically.
And then can you talk a little bit about the referrals?
Yes, we created a referral system where anyone who connects their wallet will get a unique link, so you can share it with whoever you want, and if they use it, they get a 10% extra PLSP from the sacrifice, minimum $100, and you who shared it gets 20% of whatever value they committed. So it's a way of motivating both ends on actually using the referral system. And as you can see on the referral leaderboard, some people are really benefiting a lot from this. So for instance, this guy on number 4, he actually managed to get 1,100 PLSP out of just doing referral work, which is roughly worth $35,000 on day one.
Wow.
And we built this sacrifice page here because we truly believe that some of the sacrifice pages we were seeing out in the ecosystem, they seemed a little bit too simplistic. It was just like a bunch of text and then just here sent to this address. So we wanted to build something that was a little bit different, where you could immediately see how many tokens was attributed to you, and you could create a referral link, and we have a max supply. Normally, these sacrifice phases, they are actually with the amount of USD that comes in defines the token amount. But here we did it in another way, where we said there's a very low max amount of tokens, and basically what can happen is that we can sell out. And also you can completely follow the development of your holdings during that. So I don't believe that anyone else has this in such an advanced manner, actually.
Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like this.
Also for me, it sounds like a really round product. Yeah, and I wish you the best, that you get like all the gamblers of the world to your side.
Well, in that case, we have adopted a lot of people into Poolstone, so that would be
That's true as
lovely.
well. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why it's like it's a win-win situation for
that
us
will
as well. Yeah.
benefit us all. That is for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess one of my questions is about how this is currently functioning. Because I see people using PulseX and Pulse. So is this active on testnet right now? Is this how this is just like a
It
simulation?
was Ruby testnet.
Yeah. We are running on Ringaby testnet now, and we basically just
Ringaby.
minted. Yeah, we minted all of these tokens ourselves, so it's not real HEX, it's not real liquid loans, and we just minted all of the tokens ourselves, and we are distributing those to beta testers. So anyone who can come into the Telegram and just ask any admin, and they will instantly just send you a bunch of tokens you can play around with. So basically, you can come in and try out the system, try playing some pots, winning, losing, and just get a feel of what this system actually is. And you can also use the faucet. We have committed 50 million PLS via the faucet, and you can also just use that to get started if you want to.
Yeah.
So it is a fully functional, it's a done product, as Richard Hart would have said, like no promises, just immutable finished product. We are not here to sell something. We're not here to provide you a PDF of a white paper of what we want to do in 5 years' time. No, we are here to provide you a finished product that is working today, that is 100% unique, developed from the ground up, specifically made for Poolstone. So that's, I think, one of the biggest strengths of our project when you compare it to many others.
Yeah. Hexline, did you have another question? I'm gonna pull up something.
Pull up something, because as of right now, no, everything got explained pretty good. So I'm pretty good on questions right now. What do you have for us?
It's taking a little long to load. I wanted to actually do the screen share, but he can probably just talk about it. You guys are doing a lot of different promotions on Twitter that I've noticed. Would you say that that's kind of a part of your marketing strategy? Or, I mean, I know you said that is kind of in that category, but I see that you're giving away like 250,000 hex. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I think that we have been fortunate that we have got a lot of support for this project, and I'm all about adoption in the community, and we want to give something back as well. And obviously, we also get some exposure out of it naturally. So we created a giveaway for 250,000 hex, and we have no idea what the value of that will be when we are giving it away on the July 15th. But I think when we announced it, it was roughly $13,000 to $14,000. So we are trying to do our best to create a little excitement and create some giveaways and some competitions, and we are naturally creating a gambling platform, and who doesn't like a little bit of competition, right? So just by sharing and following and doing steps, you can win a pretty significant amount of money, and for some people, 250,000 hex in the bull market can be life changing money. Actually, I think that
Yeah,
that's
I
100.
agree to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we have been doing a
So,
lot of
what do you need
giveaways.
to do? What do you need to do in order to win the 250,000?
So it looks like here, it is a Twitter promotion. They're asking you to retweet and follow, to join the Telegram group, to tag 3 people here on Twitter, and then it also has a sacrifice minimum of 100 USD. So that's kind of that gambling spirit that he was talking about, is that you're putting
Mm-hmm.
your your uh your real
Money.
dollars in the ring. But you have to keep in mind that you guys are essentially guaranteeing that the value of your $100 is going to go up. If even if you're buying at that 9.8 rate, if you guys are guaranteeing that it's going to go to 30 or launch at minimum of 30.
Yes, it will never be under $30 of evaluation. It cannot happen. It is hard coded into the contract. So that's also why we can say that if you sacrifice today, you have a guaranteed 270 or 207% gain per chain. And then we're doing some other giveaways here and there, some retweets and some follows. I think it's just classic marketing where we are trying to give people opportunity to earn some wins and to basically do marketing for us. Just like the referral system, it's you creating some ambassadors for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
here, if you can go
oh,
back to the image you were just showing, it's one of
Sure.
our recent announcements. It's actually the power betting system, and this is also a very unique and interesting feature we're adding. Is that if you are a big holder of PLSP tokens, you are actually able to create what we call power bets. This is like big events, for instance, the Super Bowl final. You can then create this if you hold 1,000 tokens or more, and then a lot of people will be able to enter this on each side of the bet. So who wins the power Super Bowl? Would it be the Los Angeles Rams or would it be the Cincinnati Bengals? So what happens here is that basically the value entered on each side of that bet will determine the odds. So in this case here, because there's $19,000 on the left side for Rams, the odds is 1.23, and the value on the right side for Bengals is only 4,500. That you basically, people on the right side will share all of the people on the left side's money and vice versa. So this means that this is a different type of sports betting where normally when you take a bet, you lock in some sort of odds and you take that. But here, the odds will be fluid until the match starts. And if someone comes in and drops $1 million on Cincinnati Bengals just before it closes, well, then all of the people on the right side that thought Bengals would win, they are suddenly going to have a different scenario based on their bet, because everything will be moving around. The odds will basically be moving around, so the value will determine the odds, and based on more people. So you could have 100 people in this single bet. But what's interesting here is that the person who creates it, because they are part owner of the casino, and they are also the bookie, they actually earn a small fee from all of the activity in the power bet. So not only
Mhm.
do you own the casino, you actually own a small fee every time you create a power bet that people would like to join. So you cannot lose. The person who created this will win no matter who wins the Super Bowl. So
Yeah,
it's a
so
way of
after the bet is like done, I just get back my principal, so to speak, the thousand and plus some fees,
yes,
depending how much
the
participants.
1,000 PLSP never leaves your wallet. We are just checking your wallet if it holds it before you can create it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Okay.
you are
All
just
right.
getting a small percentage fee of the total value that went in. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
we're just paying you for being a bookie for the platform.
Yeah, and so what is the reason behind that? Because you need just actual people who are selecting games from the Oracle, or why? What is the
Yes,
why behind it?
because we are not the house, so we are not creating games. This is only
Mm-hmm.
people versus people, and
Mm-hmm.
we are not going to do anything. We're just providing the service and the possibility for this to happen in a trusted and decentralized manner. So,
Mm-hmm.
power bets is a way of the bookie to earn a fee on the bets created, and we wanted to set a requirement of you to be a big supporter of the project before you could go in and make these bets and just earn basically passive income of creating bets for other people.
Mm-hmm. No, no, I like this way of thinking and this incentive way as well, that you only incentivize those people uh who, I mean, for over 1,000 coins, I would need to sacrifice right now like a little over $5,000, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely true.
Yeah.
But you have to have in mind that this is just a requirement you have to have in your wallet, and you could sell those at any time or use them any way you want. So you're not spending of them to do this. It's just like a qualification mark where you have to have certain amount before this feature unlocks for you, basically in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we truly believe that this is completely disruptive technology within gambling. We truly believe that if we continue to push on, develop these innovative products, and just the team behind PulsePot just continues to develop and put all of our efforts into it every day, do, over time and in a 2 years time, I truly believe that we could become one of the largest casinos in the world,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much benefits of putting all of this on chain. Like we reduce fees and house edges. We remove all of the uncertainty about frozen accounts and identity. We remove all of the censorship. Like every single aspect of gambling becomes better by decentralizing it on chain in a peer player versus player manner. So for me, it is a no-brainer. It is just hard work will get us there, and this is a great
Mm-hmm.
start we have now.
Mm-hmm. How much developers do you have on your team?
We have three main full-time developers on it, and we have a support community support group of around 6 people.
All right. Interesting. Kaylin, do you have anything else? Because I guess I'm out of questions. She explained it perfectly in the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very impressed with the platform, the ease of use. I definitely see the need. Any real good project to me replaces, it fills the need of something that's missing. And this is not something that I already see, available in the crypto community. So I'm very interested, to dive deeper into this PulsePot community and see what's going on.
I appreciate the kind words, and we will, work hard every day to make this happen. We will. We have a long roadmap, but because of the no expectation clause, we cannot announce to you what we are going to do in the future. But I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you that if we are going to realize the vision and the passion we have here, we truly believe that it can become absolutely massive across all chains, and it will become the biggest gambling contract and DeFi gambling system in the entirety of crypto has ever seen. So that is the true vision we have.
That's really interesting. I would have another question. Do you have any plans in sending a team to Poolstone in September?
Yes, we already bought our tickets, so we are
Oh,
coming.
awesome, awesome, cool. Uh, do you know about our event the day before on the 5th?
Is that the golf tournament?
Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
Yes, I did hear about it. Me personally, for good reason, is not participating. It is we have 3 people from the support team who are participating, and I think they would be more than interested in doing some sort of promotion or joining the golf tournament if they know how to play golf. We have to look good, right?
Actually, in the crypto community, I think that we'll be surprised if we see too good of a golfer out there. I think that that seems to be the common theme is that we just want to have a good time and we're not so much concerned about what that stroke looks like. Ah,
Yeah,
so,
true. Well, a good time we are certain to have, but it would be nice if Pulse Chains is launched before then. Otherwise, it would be, I guess, the hot topic of the day.
oh, for sure. But
Yeah, that's for sure.
yeah, I see it as an opportunity to, see who the real people that are developing on Post Chain
Yeah,
are, to really create real collaborations so that we can, when Post Chain does come out, properly promote it, properly teach people how to utilize it. And so this is good time for us. I think we, with him announcing dates like mid-May, we all kind of got into overdrive, like this is happening right now.
yeah,
But
true.
even if it's not, I think that this is a good opportunity for the different stakeholders for Post Chain to come together and to see how we can, you know, cross promote,
Yeah,
and really build Post Chain to the next level.
absolutely. And I would have loved to be there. I might be there, but then it would be without any branding on my T-shirt.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe after stream we can talk about who the guys are that do wear the branding, and then we can get in contact with them to see if we can get them out at the event.
Absolutely, I think they would be more than delighted to do.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
also like if you want to come by like incognito, yeah, without any promotion on your shirt, it's not only like about golf at this day, so it's also about networking, meeting the other community members. There will be a music video shot, and we are planning all kind of stuff there, so that every non-golfer also has plenty of fun there.
Yes.
Yeah. And really about showing who the different like yourself, PulsePod, Kryptosparbuch, KSP, who the different stakeholders are to the community that can't make it out to PostCon. We are going to have a full live stream of our event going so that the different people at home can see who's showing up, who is really, part of the post chain community. So
Uh,
would love to see PulsePot represented out there. You guys are
well,
definitely a subset that we don't see yet.
we will absolutely be there, and we also feel slightly obliged to be there simply because we have grown into the fifth largest project now, and hopefully growing even more. So we do feel some sort of responsibility to be there and be a part of it, and help everyone understand who we are and what we are trying to do. And we will definitely look forward. I think we will produce at least 3 people there. We already bought the tickets for at least 3, and maybe it will grow to even more. But let's see when that time comes. I think it's in September, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that will. Hopefully, we have some return of some good prices and bull market and some positive sentiments in the market that would help the general the general
The general
um,
public, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and the feeling about everything. What it is, this bloody bear market is always putting a little lid on everything, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're right, but as of right now, it does not look like a lot of sun coming.
Well, we can only pray. Well,
Right.
we are just using the time to build and build and build even more in the meantime, right?
Or we use the time to onboard. That's also a good way to go.
Exactly, and that's we really appreciate all of the hard work you guys put in. We are all here with different skill sets, and some will be building, and others will be helping the community growing and exposing products and give us some limelight to the different viewers. So we couldn't do it without you, and obviously vice versa. So we really appreciate the offer to come here and to tell your viewers about what we are trying to do, and you guys are really appreciated as well.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you. So I don't have any more questions. We're approaching that hour mark. Hexline, did you have any final words before we sign off here?
No, I just wanted to say thank you that you gave us such a nice overview over PulsePot platform. Everybody out there knows now like where to get further infos, and if you go to the website we showed, then you also find the further links for Twitter page and Telegram page and all that stuff. Guys out there, please, if you like the stream, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We still want to reach those 1,000 subscriber mark with the KSB TV channel, the new channel from Kryptosparbuch, English only. And besides that, I hope everybody has a good time out there. Thanks again for you, Kaylin, and Jacob, that you were here on stream. And yeah, anything what you wanted to ask us, Jacob, maybe?
Well, not just from the top of my head. I don't have anything right now to ask, but I will say thank you for the stream, and hopefully we can do this some other time, maybe after PulseCon or sometime again when we have maybe more development on the project. And it has been I've enjoyed speaking with you, and thank you for your great questions. So I think this concludes a pretty good informative stream, and I'm just happy that you gave us the opportunity to be here.
Yes. Well, thank you all of the people in the chat for supporting KSB and this broadcast, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.